Last Jedi. Cheers, folks. They will be ejecting anybody who makes trouble, so that goes for John Boyega. All right, so I'm going to bring them up one by one. We're going to begin with Rian Johnson, the writer-director of The Last Jedi. Mark Hamill, you know him as Luke Skywalker. Daisy Ridley, a.k.a. Rey. Adam Driver, Kylo Ren. Oscar Isaac, Poe Dameron. John Boyega, Finn. Kelly Marie Tran, the new character, Rose. Laura Dern plays Admiral Holdo. Donald Gleason, General Hux. Gwendolyn Christie as Captain Phasma. And Andy Serkis as himself. Welcome to the press conference, guys. Thank you all for being here, joining together in one place to talk about this movie, which you guys have seen, but they have not. They have a lot of questions for you. I'll begin with one that I hope you can all chime in on, and that's just the tone of this movie. This is a sequel to The Force Awakens, but it's also episode 7 in a series. So Ryan, what would you say differentiates The Last Jedi from The Force Awakens, but also The Empire Strikes Back as a second chapter in a trilogy?
Well, and first of all, I thank you guys for all coming. This is very, very exciting. So yeah, it's it's a second movie in a trilogy, and I think we've been kind of trained to expect it'll be a little darker, and obviously it looks a little darker. And the thing is, though, for me, I loved the tone that was established of the original films, and also that J.J. captured in The Force Awakens of fun. And that's like, to me, it's a Star Wars movie. First and foremost, we were trying to make it feel like a Star Wars movie. And that means you have the intensity and you've got the opera, but it also means that it makes you come out of the theater wanting to run in your backyard and grab your spaceship toys and make them fly around, and that's a key ingredient to it. So we're going to go to some intense places in the movie, but I hope also it's fun, it's funny. I don't know, you guys you've seen it.
Yeah, you guys. Well, for some of the cast who was in The Force Awakens, how would you say this film feels differently?
My answer will be in direct proportion to the amount of screen time I have.
World and the new characters, it introduces them. In the second one, you don't have to spend so much time doing that. You can really just delve into the story, into what's happening, like John said, to the conflict of each of the characters. I think what Ryan's done so incredibly well is that he's challenged deeply every single character, including the droids. With like the biggest challenges they've ever faced, and that's how you're able to really get to learn about them on all sides of the spectrum, from light to dark. It's like he's found a way to get to the central point of that character and try to challenge them.
Does so beautifully, as well as Andy was describing the intimacy of discovering each character's conflict, which is just extraordinary given the enormity of the cast. That he gave us that in the experience of the workplace, and it was shocking. And Oscar and I always talked about just how stunned we were that we were in such a massive environment and did feel like we were, making a indie movie, and you were always encouraging us to try things and explore character and explore this duality of the light and the dark within characters. The movie speaks to so beautifully, not just that there are alternative universes, but that lies within, which seems to be the place that George Lucas first started, the mythology of that, and it's just so brilliant. And a group of us sitting together watching it for the first time was amazing, because it was like we were with 3,000 people. We were standing up, crying. You missed something.
I think you really follow the story because you're with every character. Like everything you need to see is happening on screen. You're not seeing things happen off screen that have happened off screen. So people are asking questions on screen, they're getting answers on screen, they're having their adventure on screen. So you're with everyone every step of the way. So how the story's unfolding. And I think it makes for compassionate viewing because you're really understanding both sides, why people are doing the things they're doing, and how it's being fed from everywhere, and how things collide, and the consequences of people's actions, how they're directly affecting them.
Something about Carrie that I really look up to and something I didn't realize until recently, was just how much courage it takes to truly be yourself when you're on a public platform, or when possibly a lot of people will be looking at you. And she was so unapologetic and so openly herself, and that is something that I am really trying to do, and it's hard. And just like Daisy said, like Laura said, like Gwendolyn said, I think that she will always be an icon as Leia, but also as Carrie. What an example, you know? And I am so fortunate to have met her, and I think that she will really live on forever.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all the wonderful questions. The cast of Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and we'll see the movie very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. Thank you guys.